Venezuelan name is Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, a country that is located on the northern coast of South America as the continent. As you can see on the map, Venezuela is surrounded by the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean to the north, Guyana to the east, Brazil to the south, and Colombia to the west. The coordinates of Venezuela are latitude approximately 6 north, longitude approximately 66 west. Caracas, the capital city of the country, and it is the largest urban agglomeration. The population of Venezuela is 28 million in 2023 and will increase in 2024. It comprises an area of 916,445 square kilometers. The main events that have affected the country are poor political management, hyperinflation reached beyond expectation level, and unfair presidential elections that it found allegation of fraud. All this result in economic downfall drastically and their local currency almost worthless. It also affects the shortage basic necessities and millions of people live a difficult life. In fact, more than 7.7 million people have to leave the country to have a better life around the world.
Venezuela country is the largest country in the world that produces oil resources. Venezuela has a wide geological area such as Orinoco Belt that located in eastern Orinoco River Basin that produces around 300 billion barrels of extra heavy crude oil. And because of that, Venezuela has created slogan Sembrando el Petróleo, which means sowing oil. Venezuela exports crude oil from Orinoco Belt such as gasoline and fuel oil among $4.7 billion and organic chemicals among $411.6 million. Venezuela also imports basic materials such as rice, $244 million, corn, $286 million, soybean oil, $365 million, and soybean meal, $305 million. This is due to the higher of demand for food because of higher population. Venezuela maintains strong trade relationship with the key global partners. For export partners, United States $2.45 billion, Venezuela's largest export partners importing food such as soy, corn, China $20.125 billion supplies machine, nuclear reactors, and India export $1.275 billion include pharmaceuticals, which is $92.2 million. For import partners, China is Venezuela's top import partners, providing rubber tires $131 million and motorcycle $87 million. United States supply for wheat and corn. Also, Brazil export raw materials such as fertilizer and heavy machinery for construction and oil industries. This relationship highlights Venezuela's reliance on imports to meet domestic needs and the significance of international cooperation for economic stability.
Next, type of foreign investment that are currently being made in Venezuela. First, oil and gas. Foreign capital investment in Venezuela are mainly targeted to the oil and gas industry, which is the backbone of Venezuela's economy, as the country possesses the largest reserve of oil and gas reserve. Second, infrastructure and telecommunication. Despite some increase in the telecommunication fee given to increasing digital needs, the level of investment is still far from sufficient and is further hampered by regulatory and economic instability. Financial regulations in Venezuela aim at the equilibrium of liberalization and control for the stabilization of the economy. The government program is based on the economic growth promotion, making effective rule against financial crime, and promoting economic independence, which clearly demonstrate an engagement with these complex issues. Next, the currency of Venezuela country is Venezuelan Bolivar, introduced in 1879. Venezuelan first issue is Bolivar Fuerte, 2008. It replaced the original Bolivar at a rate of 1,000 to control inflation and simplify transactions. Then, Bolivar Soberano, 2018. It replaced the Bolivar Fuerte at 100,000 to address hyperinflation. However, this did not resolve the crisis as inflation and currency devaluation persisted. Due to the Bolivar's instability, Venezuela has turned to informal dollarization and increased cryptocurrency use, including Bitcoin and USDT, for payments and savings. The government also launched the petro cryptocurrency pegged to oil reserve, although it has faced criticism for poor transparency and adoption. The legitimacy of the Nicolas Maduro government is being challenged from within Venezuela and abroad. Groups of dissent and the international community have critiqued its validity, especially in relation to the 2018 presidential election. That failure of agreement result in a split political landscape and erosion of confidence in the capacity of government to deliver a consistent and ongoing policy. Widespread unhappiness, protests, and occasional riots make the situation more unstable.
Venezuela is a country facing a hyperinflationary economic crisis, and during COVID, it further affected the country economy. During COVID-19, the Venezuela Bolivar currency has been categorized as a managed floating exchange rate, but the Venezuelan bank will intervene to stabilize the exchange rate and prevent it from having too much movement in the currency value by selling or buying foreign currency and imposing a certain fiscal policy. This is to help avoid a drastic fall in the currency value.
The Venezuelan bolivar has fallen sharply against the US dollar due to falling oil production and hyperinflationary pressure in 2020 against COVID-19 that has depreciated by 95.8%. It's due to international sanctions by Nicolas Maduro, who violated human rights and manipulated the election. The government imposed sanctions to limit the use of US dollar and other foreign currency to aiming balance the Bolivar exchange rate. However, unofficial transactions and cryptocurrency are still used for international trade. In 2021, Venezuela continues to suffer from persistent hyperinflation that has reduced the use of the Bolivar and causes people to lose confidence in the currency. The West currency has depreciated by about 73%, prompting the government to introduce a new digital Bolivar, which is VED, by moving 6 zeros from the old currency. This aims to simplify daily transactions and ease the burden on the financial system. In 2022, Venezuela fixed the dollar Bolivar rate at 36.5 to reduce inflation, but devalued the currency in October, allowing it to float at around 45 per dollar. President Maduro imposed credit restriction to control inflation, reducing excessive borrowing but slowing long-term economic recovery due to cautious lending by banks.
The most important event affecting the performance of the Venezuela currency was the decline in foreign income sources. This was due to the drastic drop in oil revenue. The Venezuela economy is highly dependent on oil, with 90% of its export revenue coming from crude oil. So, in early 2020, global oil demand will drop sharply due to global lockdown, economic shutdown, and international travel restrictions. As a result, the infrastructure of the Venezuela oil industry suffered severe damage due to a lack of investment. Therefore, the government decided to print more Bolivar money to cover its expenses. This causes the Bolivar to lose value due to uncontrolled money printing. Venezuelan using Bitcoin. This is because Bitcoin is considered an international transaction. This has therefore causes an imbalance in the domestic financial system as the economy becomes overly dependent on foreign currency or cryptocurrency, causing the Bolivar to be underused. As the result, demand for the Bolivar has declined sharply, so the Bolivar function as a medium of exchange has been decreased.